The points deduction at Everton has everyone talking about Manchester City. They've broke so many charges, it is unreal, and today, they're gonna pay for it. We're gonna give Guardiola's City the ultimate punishment, doubling their points tally in the Premier League, which is 28, and with the generated number of 56, we're going to move them 56 places down the leagues. We're also gonna transfer ban the Citizens for Season 1, and we've released everyone over 74, which includes Haaland, De Bruyne, even Rodri. Today we have the ultimate challenge, even in the new kit, the Manchester City kit, as we take over one of the stinkiest squads I've ever seen. The aims of today are simple. We've got to win the Champions League for the second time with City. We've also got to keep 2 players from this terrible team, and on the way, pick up 3 pieces of beautiful silverware. Guardiola has stuck around somehow, but the money is £0. Also, the transfer ban is in place because, I'll prove it, we can't sign anyone. Every single player on the game will say they're unwilling to relocate. That's for season number 1. As the team as well, we've got no reserves. We've got a lot of academy players. As you can probably tell, we just promoted everyone. They're all Welsh, English, and Scottish. As at the moment, the only real players we have is Sarmiento on this wing. We've got Rico Lewis, who stayed around because he is 74 rated. Same with Gomez, but on the bench, there's Oscar Bob. He's quite positive about what's happened here at City, and he wants to play Season 1. Oscar, we're going to grant your wish, as this is literally the best team we can have. We have 249 rateds in the squad, and we do have scouts going out. We also have a lot of players out on loan this season. All these players can return to the club next season. The only problem is with the wages, they'll probably have to be sold anyway, as we started from the start of the season as well, so we aren't in that 12th position it would relegate City to. We're just in League 1. With all the rule breaks that we've done, we can't afford one coach, but we can afford to put a philosophy here, and we go in tiki-taka. And of course, it goes without saying, with the players that we don't have, they all got released, so they all have to find clubs again. Phil Foden, a City boy, still not got a club. Haaland didn't have a club. Kovacic. Pray for them all. It's going to be so difficult. Not like this challenge is difficult. I'm even looking at Wickham and thinking that's a tough game. How the mighty have fallen. As game number 1. Ooh, we actually do win. We rely on our left back to get 2 goals. Sergio Gomez. And Ben Knight, one of the youngsters who was on loan at Stevenage in League 2, scores in League 1. A step up doing us some favours. As we also need to check if we did get put in the Champions League. I'm pretty sure we took us out. Yep. No Champions League. No Champions League. Herman started the team that UEFA's got and replaced City with. And good luck to them. And halfway through the first season, this terrible one. But we are in the EFL trophy, still going. Don't be relegation. It's not. It's actually 10th in League 1. It's not bad. It's not giving us much to play for. Although we are 5 points off Charlton. That was with 49 rateds in the team. We have been still striving with the academy, but that's pretty good. Gomez and Rico Lewis had some growth, but how's the goal scoring? Oh! A left back has scored 18 goals. 18 goals. Are you joking? I mean, Oscar Bob, he's gone up 3 rating. He's got 8 goals, which is nice. Sarmiento's gone up. Sergio Gomez, 18 goals. Like, some City fans don't even realise he's here, as we have been going with this academy. And the best thing, you couldn't write it, the best player in our academy is called Rodri Jones. Rodri. Why are you reminding me? He's going straight in that starting 11. Hopefully he could get us near promotion. As we also want to check on the players out on loan. We've got 275s there. They would help, you know. But you know which league they'd help in? The Championship. Oh, and it's just outside of the playoffs. Manchester City picked to the post by Burton Albion. It's not every day you get to say that as ratings. We've still got Bob, Gomez, and Rico Lewis. They are the players on the charge. And the transfer ban's over after this season, which is good. We've got the players out on loan. I cannot wait to have back as well. 22 goals. 22 goals for Sergio Gomez. I feel like, just for realism, when all of these players come back, I will transfer list them, and I will accept every offer that does come in for them, just for a little bit of realism. But hey, if no offers come in, thank you very much. I'm keeping the player. Gonna do the same for Rico Lewis and Gomez, who are already here. They deserve better than League One football, and hey, we can still sign players next year. I mean, our new team now. Our new team now in League One. I could see it running in this division. I mean, it will absolutely slap every team up, but they're all getting transfer listed. The only player who isn't is Oscar Bob, who still has the faith that he can carry City forward. Now, money-wise this year, to be fair, 7 million's pretty decent after a transfer ban, but then again, this is Manchester City. And I want to look again at this team. Of course, players will be coming and going, but the position we need to focus on now is goalkeeper. Academy-wise this year, ooh, we actually have one coming through, Alan White. Could trust this man. I'm gonna promote him, and I'm gonna see what danger he can cause. And here we go. Business does begin. Not in the incoming direction, but there's Gomez. There's our 22 goals gone. We couldn't say we didn't expect it. Guardiola's having a meeting with the owner as well and says he can't wait to spend the money. But this is nice. The owner's just said he's cutting all funds. You've got your budget, stick to it. Right, nice. We've freed up some wages, but yeah, we're not getting all the money given back to us. But of course, players will still come in. And here's the first one. It is not all our budget, and it's a man who played in the Prem last year. City still has the pulling power, and Gabriel Osho's being pulled over here. And the next player to go on the losing list is a man in the same direction Osho just came from. McAtee will be joining his brother at Luton. And after every single transfer offer accepted, we've actually kept quite a squad together. We're on to Charlton, as this is the team we've got. Of course, we've only made one signing, and it's pretty decent. Delap is in the team. He's not unhappy that he is. Same with Wilson S. Brand. It's nice to have some young players buy into a next promotion. And Mbete gets his captain's armband again, because Doyle, Guto, everyone just ran out on us. No loyalty to the badges. Charlton, they have, of course, a very good scorer in Alfie May. We need to make sure he may not score, as it's a draw. Jaisimi, the ex-Grimsby Town player, but Oscar Bob returning to form. Does that have me feeling good? Probably not. We probably need to sign a right-back as well, as the club hasn't took the money off us just yet. But of course, as I go back to transfers and back to the office, there we go. Just pinched whilst we wasn't looking. And a brilliant suggestion from Delap right here. He says, why don't you use Manchester City's affiliates to help you out like you've helped them out? Give that man a medal, because that is honestly the best stroke of genius, as we've signed from New York City, Mitja Ilentic, who is a right back. But not only that, we've gone ahead and kind of got a player who might be better than Delap, contributing to his own downfall. Welcome to the club, Jamie McLaren from Melbourne City. And halfway through, we're going to see if he had an impact, as it looks like he's actually played more than Delap. Oh, my voice was going there. As ratings, he is joint top. Oscar Bob's got up joint top, as he scored second most goals, but the first, Jamie McLaren, 14 goals the Aussie has at Manchester City. Now, if you would have told me McLaren would have been in the Papa John's trophy with Manchester City, no, that's not going to happen. League position, though. Oh, we're outside of the playoffs. I think with the strikers we'd have, I'd expect us to be at least competing. Competing for automatics, that is. As in a hopefully stroke of genius, Guardiola is going to have to resort to a 4-4-2. This upsets players like Fiorini, who of course expects to play expansive football, but I am not caring about his opinion one bit. We're Manchester City. We've just got to get up the leagues if we can, and with two good strikers, hopefully we can do that. And has the best formation, I personally think, in the world done City justice? It has! It has! Two strikers is the way to go for the Citizens. Trophy number 1 picked up. McLaren and Delap. Ah, that's it. Both not unhappy. Both work together beautifully. As Delap is probably our future as well. 22-year-old, 74 rated. That's That's the best prospect City has, as he did get 13 goals. Still behind McLaren, though. McLaza with 21. Absolutely fantastic. So City in season number 2 will be going to the championship. No trophies. It's weird to see them not winning any, of course, major trophies. And it is a shame, but as we build on, we can get better. And please, owners, let us see some money. As here we go, season number 3. I don't think we've lost many big names. That's decent as well. White, the goalkeeper, is going magnificently well. The attack is, and now it's time to focus in on the defense a bit more. We'll still do with a central midfielder as 14 million after contracts. It's nice. It's a championship budget. We can't complain. Oh, one man can, Fiorini, because he hated the way we played last season and hates the 4-4-2. You're a player, mate. Focus on your job. Do your job correctly. There's Vincent Kompany's Burnley in this division, because I'm eyeing it up. I'm thinking, could we dance through this league? As always, players need to come in, and the first one's actually quite good. His brother, I'm pretty sure, used to play for us, Sidi Sane, if I'm thinking correctly. If not, it's just a funny name, isn't it? Sane, welcome. A funny coincidence, but we're not stopping there. We're getting a goalkeeper. The affiliations will be stretched. Tony Fuidas isn't the starter at Girona, but we've got the backup man in. Guardiola gets to work with his first native player, Spanish Tony Fuidas. 2 good improvements, I would say. He's definitely an improvement on White, who might get a loan deal. And then Sane, a backup, but he's a good name to have. Do you think we stop there, though? Do you really think we don't make any more signings after that? As I said, defense needs improving. Thiago Martins of New York City. And the last one, we've actually gone ahead and signed, from signing Girona's backup keeper to one of their midfield best players. Seems like City still have their pulling power. A new number 7 in Abrima Kebe. He doesn't scream another 7 for me, but he does scream quality in the midfield. A very good team now. We've really sorted it out. As I feel like I'm going to take the prediction of 10th to 14th, because I am setting boundaries low. Gotta set his aims low, especially when we play the best team ever in Wayne Rooney's Birmingham. No offense to Wazza, but that is obviously exaggeration. They're not doing great at all in real life, and please don't come back to bite me. It is a draw. Tyler Roberts, a Leeds United player, getting their goal, or an ex-Leeds one. Sarmiento, who's been here from the start from us. That's good. I just think we can't help it but get mid-table this year, as we've got 2 million in the budget. Guardiola doesn't know how to spend that little, so on we go with that squad. And I expected a low finish, but oh boy, can we go lower? 16th in the championship, 9 points away from another relegation. Please no. Manchester City can't suffer relegation unless it's for a points deduction. Kompany was top of the league, I just saw right there. As player-wise, we've got a very unhappy Fiorini. I guess he still isn't happy with his formation. And let's speak to him. Fiorini, why aren't you getting along with the formation? He says because tiki-taka and 4-4-2 don't match. And I get that's a fair point, Fiorini, but yeah, you just not gonna be here. I don't care what you think. We're the boss. Fiorini out for Breckin. He's gonna come straight into the team. And lads, come on, we're good enough. Oh, and actually, commend. It's exactly where we said, 10th to 14th. We finished bang in the middle, 12th, so we weren't in danger of relegation, but we really wasn't danger in the top 6. Is Guardiola exposed? Is he fraudiola? Because he is not winning when he's got no money. It's only when he's got money that he's doing well. The team is, however, building. He knows how to build a squad. We've got McLaren going down, though, and he actually tells us that next season will be his final season. Okay, I'd love to get him a promotion to go out on, as the only player who is leaving at the end of the contract, Luis Farini. If he thinks he's staying, he's got another thing coming. We just did contracts, leaving us with hardly any money at all. It's a tough life here at Manchester City, which is words I never thought I would utter. I'm genuinely thinking what's going to happen in this season, because I think we should go up with the team we've got. But then I still think we need players. 100% all money goes onto a midfielder. We're going to think about McLaren leaving next year. Oscar Bob is off to play with Haaland, as it'll be interesting to see where he's playing. He's followed Odegaard to Arsenal. Wow. Nice to check up on your old players. De Bruyne. What? Okay, so old players just have thrown loyalty out the window. They had no loyalty to start off with, it seems. 17 million to spend, and spend it we will, because that's really annoyed me. So I want to try and get players in who maybe will be loyal to the club. So I'm signing players that have been at the club that they're at now all their career, kind of. I'll look at a youngster like Yasin Ayari. He's still at Brighton, or was at Brighton, and took loan deals away. Now he's got a permanent move away. Hopefully he'll stay here. Straight into that midfield gap. Honestly, straight in there. Oh, Martins and McLaren now the weakest. And in another loyalty move, this man, let's be honest, he hasn't shown it. He kind of really annoyed the Coventry fans. He left us in the first place, but we're re-signing a player here. Welcome back, Callum Doyle, because he's only 22-year-old, and he's a big improvement. Big improvement on Martins, but they'll have to replace Osho for now. He's out for 5 months. Thiago Martins, we need you to rile this team up, please. He's going to try, and of course our Brazilian captain is just a leader. They've always had a Brazilian player, have Manchester City, really, who leads the team. Fernandinho, now to Martins, and now to the Prem. And it still isn't there yet. It isn't there yet, but it's getting closer for the Citizens. 35 points, 41. Coventry, Callum Doyle's old team, is the team occupying the spot, and we've even had a goalkeeper injury. Not only has Osho gone down to with his, it's Funteas, who's out for 3 months, and he's going up. It's probably going to come down. This is agony. 15 goals so far as well for the man who's leaving us at the end of the year. It's Jamie McLaren, Oscar Bob second. I feel like a broken record saying that, as I feel broken because only 2 million again, and we've still got contracts to sign. Man City are struggling with money. Ooh, and come the end, playoff campaign, hello. Season number 4, knocking at the door of the Premier League. We might actually do it. Bristol City, we have a team that I don't think we've had really at all in the playoffs with any other save. We've got an 80 rated now as well. Oscar Bob, an original. Absolutely love that. We'll be joined by Dele very shortly. The scoring-wise so far, though, only Dele's up there. Oscar Bob is actually third for once, but the main man, Jamie McLaren, is honestly the world's best striker. He's embarrassing every team in the championship. Ooh, but we're held to a draw by Bristol. Delap and Sykes. I don't even know if these finished above us, actually. Should have probably checked that before. No, they didn't. We finished 4th, so we've got to be kind of somewhat favourites in this playoff push. Can we have a cup push anyway? Doesn't look like we've had one so far. That's a shame, really, as they've got a very loyal team. I spoke about loyalty a lot in this season in particular, as we do win. Come on, the game of substitutions, it seems. But it was a Brima Kebe, our midfielder, to send City to Wembley. Probably the wrong circumstances for the City fans who always travel to Wembley against a strong Fulham. Couldn't even spit it out then, but again, we're strong ourselves. Oh, what a game that is! 4-3 in the playoff final, Kebe. Mika, Kebe, Navarro, we went behind Dilap, and then Jimmy McLaren is the man to win Man City Premier League promotion. And what a season it was for him. The lowest rated in the team leaves the team. His contract will end, but he's gone out on one of the best notes he could possibly. Top scorer and sending City to the top of England. And to the Premier League we go. Come on, Manchester City. We've got to try and do this. Hang on. Oh, I got really worried for a minute there. I literally just forgot that McLaren left and saw Tedic. How have I already forgot that? Brilliant brainers. Ooh, the budgets have come back out again. Now we're in the big time. Looks like our ownership's actually put money back into us. I will take it 1000%. I guess it's a good rule not having the money in the lower leagues. Looks like we've been forgiven for all 100+ charges, as we're in the top division again. It's gonna be interesting because, of course, it's not the same city as before. We've got to return to that old city, though. Spending ways, and we're gonna do it immediately. Guardiola welcomes Yevan Diouf from Vallecano for 32 smackaroonies. And then, of course, a striker to replace Jimmy McLaren with his hair tussling in the wind. Welcome from Argentina, Martin Tavares. I sent one of the scouts to Argentina because I wanted to kind of like pick up on maybe another Alvarez or something. I turned to a Portugueser and he looks a geezer because he looks very good. And there we go. We've got a new highest rated player in the squad. Do we survive in the Premier League though? That's the question. We've only got 8 million. Wow. I guess that money went quick after contracts. And no wonder Oscar Bob is absolutely robbing the club blind. 91k. We've only just been promoted. But then again, I guess we've got money back and we are going ham with it. As so far in the Premier League, it's 15th. It's survival aspirations for Manchester City. Really poor. Really, really poor. We'll just have to keep on going. We've got our first game against Leeds in the FA Cup. What a draw as well. They're literally behind us in the league, but we're not in the Carabao. We've got 50 million as well. Somehow, I'm guessing a release clause has been paid. It's not a release clause in the first team. Is there a midfielder missing there? It seems like there might be to me, and I'm not taking 1 minute to think about that money. It is getting swept away by the budget into another player. And here we go, going for another midfielder. It's actually a Spaniard. Guardiola trying to stack them up now. As Manu Bueno from Sevilla. 8.8 million. Another non-face in the team. But I tell you what, he doesn't even go straight in the team, to be fair. He's younger, or is he younger than Iari? Yeah, by 1 year. So maybe he does go in. I don't know what I'm thinking right here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm only messing. But we need to get really safe with this team. I do want to win that cup. Will it happen in season number 1? I'm leaning towards no now. I'm accepting it. FA Cup's going to be difficult. But come on, City. And come the end of the year, it is that 15th place finish. We survived by 3 points. Southampton were very unlucky there, as we didn't make anything of the FA Cup. Of course we didn't. Ooh, we've got some unhappy faces here. I mean, it is all the youngsters. It's all the youngsters that haven't been played. But Yevan Diouf's unhappy, and he's just joined the club. He says this isn't the Man City he expected. He wanted title challenging. Yevan, do you know what you've walked into here? Have you not watched the news over in Spain? Because we are in pain. We are lacking players, but hopefully next season, not lacking funds. And this next season, look at Bueno's growth. He's had some improvement from last season. Defense is, of course, just the position we always bloody need to strengthen. How much have we been given, though? Whoa, it isn't the money that we expected. 69 million overall for Manchester City. Stinky. Very stinky. But, of course, we want to move on from survival in this next year. And please, boys, don't let us down. We're going to try and put it in our own hands by signing quality players as well to help you. I think our main player is Oscar now. And Julian Araujo signed from Everton. We're signing from a rival, so that's a good coup. And we've now got an Italian in Nicolo Casale. This team's actually getting so much better now. Them 2 defensive improvements takes this team from looking like a relegation fodder one to a potential Conference League push. How much I would love that. There's 22 million still to spend here with the citizens, and we could probably get rid of a player to bring in a quality one. So in one of the major swap deals, probably of the century, and a return, welcome to the club, James McAtee, the return of the McAtee. Not the best McAtee, of course, but the in-game face. Love it. Back at his club, love it. And it has cost us, I think, 22 million plus Kebe. A huge gamble in getting one of our big midfielders out the club and all that money. Big spending. Maybe another breach of rules. He is going to get trained as a central midfielder. Don't you guys worry. And it will be master versus apprentice. Guardiola versus his old... I can't remember his name right now, but the old assistant coach, I think it was, or just one of the coaches. At least we can call Guardiola a master now. What he's done with this club is phenomenal. He's shown he can work on a budget, and he's shown he can beat his old lad, as there's Bob, McAtee with a return goal, and Martin Tavares getting City A vital win. And what a fixture for City this is. Forest Green in the FA Cup. We didn't have to go to League 2, fortunately. We only got relegated to League 1, and we could be there suddenly again, because that, even though 13 points safe, that is disgusting. With this team as well, it is really revolting. It actually is. Tavares and Dele are scoring, but looks like no one else is helping. Or actually, scrap that. Dele's not scoring at all. It's Tavares. And it is McAtee. At least we can't blame his business, as we probably won't be able to do any more of it as well. And we genuinely can't do anything else. Genuinely. So, Manchester City, march on. And come end of the season, to be fair, we're not down there. We're above 13th. Oh, we're 11th. Okay, that's perfect. 50 points. I'll say perfect. It's 15 points off Villa. Not perfect, but tolerable, as we definitely can tolerate the FA Cup, because Manchester City have gone back to Wembley and pulled Tottenham off the trophy, because we're taking it home. We beat Arsenal. We beat Man United 4-3. What a game. It shows you that when you do keep players here, they can reward you, because it's 20 goals for Liam Delap. It's actually quite a few for Tavares, who hasn't gone up the same rate in McAtee. 85. It's the players from the original academy. And we haven't been using the academy as well. I'm not going to say I completely forgot about it, but I completely forgot about it. PSG. I guess they've had some dominance in the time, of course. Man City's took away from the top, winning the Champions League, as we need to literally look at centre-backs who are Europa League quality. And hang on, are we in the Europa League? I think we are, aren't we? Oh, yes, we are. We won the FA Cup. Europa League. Yay! My memory is like a sieve, as you guys probably know, and the budget, we have 94 million, so the money's gone up from winning that trophy. Delap as well coming to us and telling us we've got to sign centre-backs. Don't worry, Liam. We're going to be doing that. Don't you worry. You've got to trust me. You've got to trust that I'll get the player in. And the player we've got in is worthy. Being Man City, I always feel like we do need that Brazilian player, Diogo Cabral. 85 rated. What a signing he is. He's come from Torino, and he is definitely buying into the project here at Manchester City. What a team we have built. I even forgot that Sarmiento's still here, and Esteban, so we've got quite a few players. I think there is 5 originals right here. McAtee went and came back, but he's an original. And we face Everton in the first game here of the Prem season. Come on, we've got to do this now. Cabral? I thought we just signed a Cabral and he scored a brace for Everton. What's going on? It's a weird one, is that? And the Europa League. We've got Fenerbahce, AGF and Harambe. I'm not gonna lie, Manchester City do get easy groups, and I think that's another one to add to that list. But a group we shouldn't take a draw in, and we shouldn't take a loss in. Come on. And now I'm starting to believe Guardiola is the best coach in the world. We shouldn't be here yet. I know we've got 87 rated players, but we shouldn't be here yet. The Premier League, we sit top, as we didn't boss the group the way we would have liked. Not at all. But Manchester City will be going to the next round of the Europa League. That will be another good trophy to have, wouldn't it? As we're looking at the team, we've got ratings still going up. The youngsters are still the best players, but it's just defense. I always look at defense, but I'm not going to sign anyone. The top of the league. Oh, actually, 39 million. Where's that come from? I don't know. Maybe a release clause somewhere. We've spent 65 million on Cabral. We had 94. Weird. And as you probably didn't expect, yes, we're at the end of the season, because City didn't get through in the Europa League. We were knocked out by Arsenal in the quarterfinals. A good team, not a slip-up. Well, it's a slip-up in the grand scheme of things, but not one I'm too disheartened about. The one I am is the Premier League. Liverpool walked away with it. We suffered 10 defeats, and City will be in the Champions League, but in a disappointing manner. Anything else to be actually upbeat about? Not the Carabao, the FA Cup. Right, more positivity now, because we have won another FA Cup. Maybe we shouldn't be so down in the dumps. I mean, team-wise as well. How this team got knocked out by Arsenal. I mean, they do have Erling Haaland, but Delap, Bob, McAtee, love them all. As actually, that's more of a question than a statement. Do they still have Haaland, Arsenal? Yes, they do. 94 rated. De Bruyne still at the rating of 72 is being a Judas. And Phil Foden's enjoying his time in Naples. I'd love him to enjoy his time at City again. Could that happen in the Champions League, actually? And a sight to withhold. So many players on international duty. As I'm going to speak to Tavares and say, can you win me the Champions League? He says yes. He's got full faith in himself. And, well, that's going too far, saying you're better than Dele. Calm down. We're not in competition with each other, as we've somehow got 210 million. Somehow we've been given that much money. And you know where we're going to strengthen? I'm going to go straight in for a centre-back and a goalkeeper. So yes, I kind of baited you with Phil Foden, saying we go for an ex-player, but we still have a different ex-player. One still with potential in Joshka Vardiol, coming from Bayern Munich, almost 100 million. And he's going to be joined by a Dortmund boy. As here's a brilliant keeper in Gregor Kobel, 6'5", the Swiss. Come on. Got no more words to just say about him. I just want him to really be playing. I'm hyped that we've got two brilliant players. More players to be on international duty as well. Bench is very, very weak, though, especially in the attacking positions. But the team, oh boy, this is Premier League and Champions League worthy. But we're going to strengthen that bench with one of my cult hero players, Matheus Cunha. I absolutely love this man in real life and in this game. Doesn't matter what bans you put on Manchester City, they'll always bounce back, it seems. Like, wow. Brilliant player. Brilliant, brilliant team. I haven't been checking the Community Shields as well, as we start off with Liverpool, who I think, well, I believe we've just played in the Community Shield. Yes, and we beat them. Do I count that as a trophy? Absolutely not. We know we're better than that. Of course, it's a charity shield. It should go to charity. The trophy itself as a draw to start off with Gakpo and Sarmiento. Now, that's okay. I'd love to be beating teams like Liverpool, of course, and winning this title. Come on, City, believe. As 4 games in as well, 6th position, so we've suffered another draw and got 2 wins. It's all right, but Champions League, we've got Frankfurt, Ajax, and Rapid Vienna. I mean, I'm not going to say the thing about City getting easy groups, but come on, the Citizens, let's go again and try and win this European trophy. And so far, it is so strange to me how Villa are always top of the league. We are in 4th, battling off Crystal Palace and West Ham, who are around us. And that is a weird feeling. Still, Champions League, we're through. Dortmund, Kobel's ex-side, as of course we topped that group. Vienna going through with us is a weird one. As hello, Dele. Oh, it's the usual message from a player. If we don't win the Champions League this year, I'm gone. Cheers for telling me, Dele. Cheers. Just, I don't get it. I don't get it. The team, though, the strength in this. And there is 28 million in the budget. Again, we've got some money out of nowhere, but I guess I'll take it somehow. Are we in the... Oh, yes, we are. I checked it by chance, and we're in the Carabao semi-finals. Are we going to win them? The first leg was a 2-1 win to Arsenal, as the second leg is right on this day. Skip past it. You saw that? We won on penalties. Get in! Another final for City. It could be more trophies than we hoped for. A good team we're against. I want to keep checking teams to see if they've got any of ex-players. It would be glorious if we face, like, an unexpected one, I guess, as the first leg. Wow. Even Rodri Jones off the bench. Remember Rodri Jones? Me neither. He was crap. But I checked, he was on the bench, and he scored. And it was a Dele hat-trick, as he might have got one there. We simmed over it, but we've won the Carabao Cup. City on a sweep for trophies. A draw, though, in the second leg with Dortmund, but ultimately, we progressed by 6 goals. And interesting, the team we just beat in that final, we're going to St. James's and we're meeting Newcastle again. So how's this going to go for us? Eddie Howe and... wow. The ratings, man. We've got now 7 over 90. And to be fair, we only beat them 2-1. McAtee with the brace. We beat one of their rivals, Middlesbrough, in the meantime before we return back to them at the Etihad. Come on, put on a show, lads. It's a show because it's that tight. But ultimately... we get another 2-1 win, and we will go to the semis. The Manchester City speed run almost finished in action, as you can see at the bottom, by a Leverkusen. There we go. When two Spanish coaches collide. Xabi Alonso versus Pep Guardiola. This is going to be an interesting watch. And again, a 2-1 win. And this is going to be a huge one. Come on. We've got a slim lead in Germany. Cabral suspended. But I believe in our lads. And it's another 2-1 win. What is up with these 2-1s? I mean, it's got us there. It's Wilson, Esbrand, and Dele, 2 originals. And we will go to the Champions League final. But in the final race of the Premier League... How? We've got 790+ rated players and we've lost out to Arsenal. The lowest rated is 84, and that is Araujo, the right back. We've got... Oh, I'm not even going to walk you through it again. I've got bored of doing that. I just want to show you the quality that they have, and hopefully it shines through in the Champions League finale, of course. These are the games we lived for. The games where we've built up a team from so low down to high up. Granted, it's Manchester City, but it's not the way you would have probably expected them to reach a final. This is going to be a glorious occasion. Glorious, boys, come on. It's a team that should be really fun to use as well. As that pass was terrible. The best team we've ever had in any rebuild. And oh my days, it's flashed across from Bayern Munich. Slid in, trying to block it all over. And was that a hand? No, it wasn't. Over the bar. Araujo running down the line. Here is the Mexican. He cuts inside. Onto Tavares. He promised he would play good for us. Good ball retention. McAtee. Esbrand. I like to cross the ball. And we looked for Oscar Bob at the back post. Header 1. No handball. It's a header. Vardiol, of course, against the team that he just did come from. And that is a brilliant ball. Oscar Bob. Can he keep on running? Here we go. Could this be a goal for us? Ball across. Oh, my. Marim Tavares. Utter dominance from City here. Musiala. Don't let him do something. Gvardiol, what a tackle. Still, Bayern Munich come forward and Esbrand. Such a weird feeling finale, this. It's us just feeling like we should be absolutely dominating. And then us scrapping to get it out of the box. Here's Diao. Esbrand gets a touch on it, but we can't tackle. Manu Bueno fizzing it down that line for Oscar Bob. Can we have some runners in the box, please? Oscar Bob runs inside himself. Here is the Norwegian onto McAtee. Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, that was a chance. But at halftime, we are definitely pushing City all the way. We allowed that to happen rather easily. Davis shifting inside. We haven't got the tackle in. Bender across, but it's a poor pass. Now we break. Liam Delap with a ball through, and that's a brilliant one onto Bueno. Just dink that over. It's found Tavares, who promised a good game, and that is a fantastic breakthrough goal for Manchester City. A man brought from Argentina, the Portuguese. It was a nice little dink over the top. I love the thinking from Hugo Bueno. Now we run riot. It was just that one goal we needed. And oh, Pavlovic trying to read it. Cabral with a very nice header right there. Delap turning all the time. Lads, let's just get the ball off them, shall we? Musiala. Oh, that's a brilliant little move. Brilliant little dinky move into Schalderupt. That's into Vlahovic. And that's a save. Let's get going as well. And let's block the next shot, shall we? This is a run from Tavares. Cutting back. I'd love a second goal in a Champions League final. It's been a while since we actually got one. Sarmiento run in front, and that is Delap. Liam Delap. What a miss. Now Dusan Vlahovic. Cabral. Brilliant tackle. Pavlovic round the corner. No, lads. Please. Diao. Stop him. Stop him. Ball comes in. It's still not cleared, though. Vardiol winning a brilliant header. What a tackle. Referee. Referee, what are you doing? Are you trying to let them win? He's actually given a free kick in a dangerous position. And Nemecha, an ex-Citizen, I believe, coming onto the field. I'm just going to be controlling the man in the goal. Shot comes in and it's saved. And surely that's game over. Has the referee blown the whistle? He has. The linesman's walking off. And the last minute save from Kobel after pressure is what wins Manchester City the Champions League. Oh, what an occasion as well. Unfortunately, this kit I'm wearing, I believe, is last season's kit. So it's not the one they're wearing in game. But that trophy from where we've come from the sanctions, it's going to be satisfying. Cabral as well. The regen is going to lift it. I guess it makes up for having no regen youth players through the academy. As let's go with that trophy. What an occasion. What a team. What a rebuild. The best team we've ever had in a rebuild. Speaking of, if you've got any other teams you want me to manage, please drop them down below. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the second channel, things are happening soon. And I will see you all very shortly.